showing you what focus looks like is a pretty tricky thing to do. So these clips are of me playing Pharah where I'm focusing, and I'll talk through the quick little calculations and guesstimates that I make before each shot is fired. So I'll play this one through at full speed, and the target here is Hanzo, and in these clips I am focusing on my shots. Alright, so we kill him off, and I'll take it back, and we'll slow it down again. Okay, so what do we see right now? We see a Hanzo who's just wall climbed up onto this balcony. So we know that he is going to walk to about here, so he has a line of sight out onto the point. So it's safe to assume that our first shot should be around here. So we'll judge the situation and quickly flick over and fire that shot off. Now I think it's a directed, or at least close enough. And okay, so now we see he's getting knocked off. So with his current trajectory, we know he can move side to side a little bit. So he's going to land somewhere between here. So that's where our next shot needs to be. So I've shot down, probably could have been aimed a little better, but pretty much dead on. Now the next, so we see it hits him to the left, so it's knocking him to the right. So we need to aim somewhere down here. Now I missed this one, I've just clipped the edge. So that's just a mistake, which it would have killed him unfortunately, but so we know the next one, he's just trying to retreat. He's going to hug the wall as close as possible, because if you can imagine playing Hanzo, you're seeing like just the very edge of this Pharah, and you're going to want to hug that wall, get out of line of sight. So this next shot needs to be really close without hitting the wall. And as we come around the corner, we see opportunity just before he heads down the stairs, and we fire. So right now this rocket, he can't go left, he can't go right, he can't go back. There's really no way out of it with this current HP, and we finish him off. In this example we're killing a Genji who is 80-80 strafing, and despite a reflect and trying to run away, we still managed to kill him. So I will run you through the thought process that's going on here. So I'll slow it down a bit. So basically we see him 80-80 strafing, and when we go to fire our shot, we can sort of assume that the time it takes him to strafe left and back to the right is probably about the same time it takes for the rocket to land. So right now I've fired to the right of him, and that's nowhere near where his character currently is. But as he strafes back in, we get a direct hit. Now this has propped him up a bit, but we can see he's still got a decent amount of sideward momentum, so he's probably going to continue his strafe. So we fire another one down on the right, and there we go, he walks back into it, and now he's pretty low. We don't need to direct it, so we've just fired at his feet. No amount of 80 is going to get him away from this, but he reflects. So in this situation he can go to a health back here, or one back further below, or one up here. So we've got to just judge the way he's moving, see where he's going to go. So we can see him moving to the right. He wants to hide out in here. So we're going to aim in this doorway to give him no escape. And there he is, wanting to get to the health back. And with this rocket, there's no way he can go. He can't go forward, back, side to side. He's dead. So it might seem a bit daunting, all these calculations going on, but it's really not that complicated. It sounds a lot worse when I actually explain it. It's just about thinking before you shoot, and just putting a little more effort into where you're actually putting your aimer.